Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and a wonderful life, of course. In today's video, I'm going to unbox my very first color e-reader thanks to Bigme. Bigme sent over one of their newer e-readers and wanted me to try it out for you guys. I've been collecting a few e-readers now like Pokemon, so it was only right for me to try out the b751c. The 7-inch e-reader comes with page turning buttons on the left side, and it not only runs on Android 11, which allows us to download apps to read our favorite mangas, manhwas, fan fictions, etc, etc, but thanks to the capacitive pen that's included in the box, we can annotate on our favorite books, note take, and even record meetings thanks to the voice to text feature, which I'll be showing y'all later in the video. The b751c comes with 6 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage, but this device supports up to 1 TB storage expansion, so you don't have to worry about running out of space. Also, thanks to the Kaleido 3 color display technology, black and white contrast boost 40% better than the previous Kaleido, and color contrast also has improved by 50%. I will say that a lot of colored e-readers aren't going to look like you're reading on an iPad or even phones, so don't expect the colors to be super popping and vivid because the technology isn't there, and the e-ink display helps with eye fatigueness. It also comes with a case with a loop for the stylus, but one thing I do wish that these other e-reader companies could have is more variety on the case color and clear cases for those of us that like to customize our devices. The setup is fairly simple. If any of you guys come from previous Bigme e-readers, the system interface has been upgraded. As a new user, it was fairly simple to get acclimated to the UI interface. As mentioned before, you're able to write notes on the new Note Plus app, which supports lasso, layers, and many other tools that are similar to using GoodNotes or Samsung Notes. I was actually able to download a couple of books via my phone through the Bigme app, which is extremely easy and simple to use, which I can't really say about Kindles because that's a whole nother story. With Bigme's built-in X reader that also has been upgraded with functions, supports reading books in more than 20 mainstream document formats, adjusts more than 10 reading formats, 5 refresh modes, 4 doubling opening document methods, and supports audiobooks. I've been wanting to annotate for a while now, but the Kindle is really limited, especially for note taking, even with the scribe. There's no palm rejection that I know of for the ones wondering, but it does have a feature where you can kind of rest your palm on the screen and it won't turn the page while you write. Without this feature on, it can get annoying real quick every time you're reading to annotate and the page just turns. It has been really fun reading on this device, and even though I don't annotate every book I read, it's still a cool feature to have, especially when you want to go back to an old book but you don't necessarily want to read it again. I still like to use the Kindle app because I'm a Kindle Unlimited queen, but I wish that I was able to scribe in a note, but it only allows us to type them in still. Again, I know that it's only a feature for the scribe, but I wish that the Kindle app gave us an option to change that. I mean, I already have a pen, so like 1 + 1 = 2, right? Anyways, this also has a control center like books e-readers, which includes screen rotation, screen recording, Myra Cast, and an e-ink center and warm light feature. I also suggest to turn on the auto clean feature for minimum ghosting.
We tried a very unique surface so as not to show the world the doppelganger lurking within.
You can record all your meetings and everything down over here, and it will transcribe with whatever language you decide to choose. So you have to mess around in the e-ink center just a tad bit when it's time to start reading manga and manhwa, but I really love the fact that I can finally read my manhwa in the same device I read my novels, so I don't have to worry about my eyes straining when I'm reading manhwa in the middle of the night with my phone. Watching videos on this isn't ideal, and I'm not really going to use this for that anyways, but it kinda gives off VHS vibes if you're watching anime, so you could set this up nicely on your setup for a cozy vibe. I typically use these apps just so I can show y'all how cool these e-ink devices are. Now, I know y'all are waiting for me to tell y'all if I recommend it or not. and that can really depend on what you're looking for in an e-reader. If you're looking for a device for note-taking, I would say no, because there's other devices specifically for that. But if you want to read in not only black and white but in color, listen to audiobooks and annotate, I go for this. The battery compares to the books page, but when I'm note-taking, I do notice the battery does go down quicker. I will give it about a week before I need to charge my device again. For the price, it isn't that bad because the outdated Kindle Oasis goes for the same price, but with 32 gigabytes with ads and no pen or case. Also, the price point is on the lower spectrum when it comes to color e-readers because they can get really pricey. Speaking about the pen, I did some research and noticed that the capacitive stylus actually a downgrade versus the Wacom stylus the other e-notes have, so do keep that in mind if you're coming from a different model. But yeah, that's gonna be all for this video. Thank you Bigme for allowing me to try out my first color e-reader, and thank y'all so much for watching another cozy-ish unboxing with me. Please stay safe and take care of yourselves. See you on the next one. Deuces.